Great. Thank you. So let's start the discussion, everybody. It's a very important topic, and it's going to be of quite good use to all of you. So let's keep moving from here. Okay. So together we are going to spend close to an hour talking about how to make best out of the next year. Okay. And the tool which we are going to use to manifest our things is vision board. Now, typically, if you look at the vision board, how do people define vision board as like there are some pictures, some images, text, what you want to achieve. So if you want to buy a specific car, if you want to buy a typical kind of a bungalow, if you want to travel specific places, you take out those pictures and you put it in a big poster or bin hard cardboard and you put it somewhere. That's a vision board. Now let me stop sharing it and let me ask you this. What do you think? Is it so easy to visualize something? Just put them on some board and put it and just think that you will get it. Is it so easy? Yes or no? Satish is first one to say no. Okay. See, it depends. Okay, how powerful you are with respect to your thought process. Okay. Now, if I'm not required to organize a session just to tell you that take out the snaps and put it them on the cardboard and put it there. That's not why do you need me for that? Okay. You know, if I am saying that there's a purpose, there is a science behind this vision board, that is what I'm going to talk today. So that you can do this activity with the best of the intention and you get what you are putting on that vision board. How many of you would really like to see those things materializing whatever you're going to put on the vision board? Type me in the chat box. Let's go ahead with this activity, everybody. So let's begin. And as I keep saying, don't have any preconceived notions. Don't have any assumptions. When I'm talking, few things will be, you will be listening for the very first time. So don't just reject that. Okay? Don't reject that. Try to absorb that. Are you getting it, everybody? Type NC, so type NPN. No preconceived notion. No preconceived notion. Absolutely no assumptions. Just be with me, absorb the energy, and take it away. Okay? Let's begin. So let me share the screen once again with you. Yes, Lalit, even I am very much excited to tell this to you because it worked for me for 2 times now, and I know that it will work for you as well. Why do we plan out this vision board and all that stuff? See, the thing is very simple. We want to turn our dreams into reality. Now, it looks like very fancy stuff, but yeah, that is what we want. Why do you take admission in communication skills classes? Why do you take go for some kind of a certifications? Why do you go for gymming, all that stuff? Because you have some dreams in your head, okay, or in your heart, and you want to fulfill that, and that is that's the main aim, right? Same is the aim when you are making vision board. Now, forget about the vision board for the time being. Just be with me and just be with this energy. Slowly, we'll get into that. Now, with the aim of turning your dream into reality, it is fulfilled through manifestation. Now, what is manifestation? This is one of the most talked about word in the recent few years. Okay, I don't know how many of you have heard about it. I'm sure many of you would have. Manifestation means when you manifest something, it means you're bringing something in reality. You can see something through your eyes. What you can think, you can bring that in reality. When you see something through your eye, when you plan something in your mind and you see that thing through your eyes, that is a manifestation. Are you getting it? So now we are turning our goals, our dreams into reality through manifestation. Now, just by thinking won't help. It is also coupled with actions. Okay, so you manifest things by manifesting through your thoughts and through your actions. Now, actions means what? Now, listen to this very carefully, everybody. Let's say you planned to get salary increase in the next year. Let's say you are getting 20 lakhs per year right now. Whatever, I'm just taking one number. Let's say you are getting 20 lakhs per year right now, and you, for some reason, want to get 45 lakhs in the next year. Now, sometime what happens, your brain has limitation. It will tell you, how can you reach 45 lakhs? I'm just at 20 lakhs right now. Come on, I'm talking about more than 100% increase. It is not possible. All that stuff. So first lesson for you, what you are deciding is what you want. What you are not deciding is what all actions you will take. But definitely you will take actions. Are you getting it, everybody? Type yes in the chat box if you're getting it. So first thing is the mindset right now you have got is that what do you want and how you will get it, and all that will slowly unfold by itself. Through your manifestations, through the actions which you are putting in, the things will start materializing. One common example I keep giving, like in North India now, it's the winter time. So in the morning when there's fog, you go out to, let's say, go for morning walk or whatever. When you go out, you can't see beyond 100 meters or so. But when you walk for 100 meters, again you see 100 meters. Again you walk for a few meters, again you see next few meters. That is what that is what works for your manifestation also, that you just keep taking actions and then you can keep seeing some more realities unfolding in front of you. So the aim of this vision board and the whole activity is that you get into the goal creation, manifestation, and acting without worrying too much about when will I get that, how will I get that. And you have some timeline, but you don't worry too much about it. You got it, everybody? Now, manifestation is one thing, or visualization is one thing, which you might have heard a lot. Okay, let me just know how many of you have heard about visualization and manifestation before. Type me in the chat box if you have heard about it before. Yeah, many of you looks like, right? So I thought whether I should share some videos on that, but I thought let's not waste time on that. You know Michael Phelps, okay? You know there's so many Olympians who are, some of them are the most decorated sports stars. If you watch their interviews on visualization, you will find out before getting on the field, for years they have been visualizing that. They have been visualizing that, okay, that what all can happen, okay, how I am performing, how people are cheering me. That is the power of visualization, that they keep visualizing it. So believe that first and then go ahead with that. Okay, now let's go ahead with our discussion on manifestation. Now remember this, everybody, action you already know. What I am going to focus on is the manifestation part of it. Everybody okay with me, right? Now there are 3 levels of manifestations. Okay, be with me, everybody. I'm going to give you a very good concepts right now. There are 3 levels of manifestation. Level 1 of manifestation is the change in mindset. Those of you who are my students, you are in my community, you already know that I talk a lot about the mindset and reset your mindset and all that stuff, because I know how important it is to be in the right frame of mind. Now, the first level of manifestation is level 1, is where you move from a victim mindset to the creator mindset. Now, I want everybody to please focus here. Even if you're watching this video later on, please focus right now what I'm saying. Victim means a person who lives in past. Let me stop sharing this so that I can talk to you like this. Victim means a person who lives in past. Now, what is the problem with this living in past? You know what? If you are living in past, and especially people live in past because of some negative emotions. If you got hurt by somebody's thoughts, by somebody's action, by somebody's words, that feeling of hurt, you keep reliving. You keep reminding yourself those hurt emotions. And what happens when you keep repeating, listen to this carefully, everybody. When you are repeating those hurt emotions time and again, those emotions, those feelings of hurt becomes permanent in your head. And when some of these emotions become permanent in your head, that becomes your temperament, that becomes your behavior. You even don't know that you are thinking negative and you are acting negative. That becomes the by default mode in which you operate. Are you getting it? That is the problem of being in the victimhood. That's the problem with that, because you get into that always. No, I didn't get it. My parents didn't support me. My wife, my husband doesn't support me. My kids are like this. My parents are like that. Always you're in that zone. Are you getting it? That is the problem with the victim mentality. They live in the past. Now, what is a creator? Creator is a person who creates. Okay, a person who knows that energy is with him or her. He or she can create something. He can or she can upgrade something. That is a creator mentality. Now let me prove this through some other way. Okay. Look at this. Now, I told you in a very basic terms. Now, some of you, those who are interested in the little scientific part of it, you can just focus. Otherwise, you can ignore it. That's not an issue. Look at the cognitive behavioral therapy. What does it talk about? Everybody, please focus here. It is very easy to understand. Exactly what I have explained to you already. You face one situation. The situation triggered some problem. Okay, some issues. Now, because of that, you got some thoughts. And those thoughts can be negative, they can be positive. Okay. Now let's talk about the negative because they dominate. So now when you have got negative thoughts, you are thinking about it time and again, time and again, time and again. Those emotions, and you know what is emotion? Energy in motion, right? You have got that energy which is negative moving in your head. When you have got those thoughts which are negative in nature, you start feeling negative. When you're thinking about something sad time and again, you start feeling sad. Are you getting it? When you keep thinking something which makes you angry, you start feeling angry. That's an emotion. So thought is bringing that kind of an emotion in you. And now what happens after this emotions of negativity comes inside you? That becomes your behavior. Because if you are feeling sad, whatever you will do, that will be what? That will be negative only. That will be having flavor or fragrance of sadness, whatever you do. Are you getting it what I'm saying? Just I got it in the chat box if you're getting it, right? That the thoughts which you have got, they are driving some emotions, and emotions are putting you in a spot where you are behaving in a certain manner. And when you're behaving in a certain manner, your body is getting more of that message of negativity. And again, that helps you having the same negative thought, more of that, more of that. Are you getting how vicious cycle it is? That when what you start with a simple thought, that gets into the more powerful thought and pressurizes you or pushes you to think more negative. Are you getting it? The power of this, everybody? What you think, you feel, okay, it's just for 2 minutes, just for 3 minutes. What's the problem? You got it. Okay, you got it, everybody. Are you getting it? Yeah. So that is the problem with you, problem with your thought process. Okay. Now let's go for the next level here. Now understand this point, and I'm emphasizing on this because there's a very important point here. Let me repeat that point. Hurt emotions, repeating it, they're becoming permanent. That permanent behavior, that permanent thinking becomes your temperament and your behavior, and that behavior becomes your personality. And what Dr. Joe Dispenza says, that your personality creates your personal reality. Let me say it again. Your personality creates your personal reality. The kind of person you are, the way you behave and talk and think, that decides the kind of reality you create around you. Are you getting it? And everything starts with what? Thoughts. So the manifestation level 1 for all of you to understand is that you need to move from a victim mindset to a creator mindset and take the control in your hand of your thoughts, at least, if nothing else. You can't control the outside ecology, but you can control your thoughts. Got it, everybody? So that's a level 1. That's a primary level to even think about manifestation, to think about vision board. If you can't think about manifestation, forget about vision board. Nothing will work. Okay, so the level 1. So right now, everybody got it. So type V2C. This is V2C. Even if you're watching it later on, not live, wherever you're watching it, type V2C. V2C means victim to creator. That's the first thought, and you have to push yourself every time to get into this zone. That's a level 1. That's just level 1. You're at level 1 right now. Okay. Now, what is level 2, everybody? Now, level 2 means, before getting to level 2, let me just tell you this. The purpose of vision board is to basically break your cycle, the cycle which you saw in the last slide. Remember this cycle? The purpose, in case you have got a negative cycle, the purpose of vision board is to break the cycle. Because already you are in that right mind frame, and with the vision board, you break the cycle. That is what vision board does. So that's the one scientific reason why we go for vision board. Now, level 2 of manifestation is when you have moved from level 1, and now whatever you think, you create that kind of a vibrational energy in you, that whatever you think, that materializes. Have you heard, let me stop sharing it, okay? Have you heard some of your some of the elder people, from some of the elder people in your family, that don't think negative, it will happen. Okay, think positive. Whatever you will think, that will materialize. Have you heard like that, something like that, in your own language, whatever language you speak? Every language, whichever regional language you speak, every language there is something like this. In Hindi, I heard my mother saying that, "Ajay, तुमको पता नहीं है कब तुम्हारी जबान में सरस्वती बैठती है." You never know when goddess Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge, that she sits on your tongue, and whatever you're speaking, that will become a truth. Okay, so that's why be careful, and that is the age-old science which we are trying to revisit in a different manner right now. So that is what I'm trying to tell you, is that the power of your word, what you speak, that's what is so important. And whatever, when you get that power, that whatever you speak and think, that start materializing, you are in level 2. And you never know, you move to that. And a lot of negative people are also in level 2, because they are so negative. They are so negative that whatever they think, that happens. That is why, sometimes you might have also heard in your family, don't show your good things to that person, something bad will happen to you. Have you heard this also? That if you show your happiness to that person will feel so jealous that negativity come on you. Okay, and you know what, in psychology there's a term for that. It is called psychic attack. Psychic attack. When people they don't want to harm you, but they're so jealous and their negativity is so strong that your positivity is not able to hold that. That is why it is said that always calculate where you want to showcase what. Are you getting it? There's always, this is all energy level we're talking about right now. We're not talking about the communication skills right now, okay? That is easy. This is little deeper to understand that. I hope everybody got it. The level 2 is when you become so powerful that your life starts manifesting just by your words, okay? Now coming to the third part. Third manifestation level is, listen to this point, this is beautiful. This is the ultimate aim which all of us would like to get into. Level 3 of manifestation is when you become a channel. What kind of a channel? The channel through which God starts manifesting something for the people in general. Let me say it again for you. Okay. Now, what does it mean? It means that, okay, let me just put you this. Think about some big personalities, people who have brought revolution in different areas. It's not only about British and India fight, or it could be the white revolution, green revolution, manufacturing revolution, or maybe like stopping a lot of bad rituals like Sati Pratha and all that stuff. These people were utilized by God to manifest the right thing on earth. Are you getting it? Type bulb on right now. That is the level 3 of manifestation, where God uses you to manifest the right thing on the planet. You are so strong in your power that it's not only what you want, it's about what God wants. You have got that capability to implement it. Whether it is Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Sardar Bhagat Singh, or Ahilya Bai, whatever, all the big changes, okay, or many people in today's time as well, okay, people are the manifestors of level 3. Now, what we all want, we want to become level 3 manifestor for at least some people, okay? If you are working in a company, at least for your team members, you want to become a manifestor. You want to do something good for them, and God will help you to get that for you. Okay, if you are a trainer like me, then what all you can do for your students so that they move to the next level, and the next level, the life becomes simpler than what it was last year. That is the level 3. I hope everybody is getting this concept. That is level 3. Now, so level 1, let me repeat it. To get into the vision mode category, you need to be at least going away from the victim mindset to the creator mindset. Stop living in the past, get into the creator mindset. You might not be 100% successful, but at least start thinking in that direction. Okay, and then slowly you move to the 3 level of manifestor. What vision board does, listen to this very carefully. What even I don't think I am in level 3. Okay, but I probably to an extent I would be, but not to a large extent in which I would like to be. What I have heard from the people like Oprah Winfrey and Jim Rohn and all these people, that when you start implementing vision board year after year after year, then at one point of a time, you become such a powerful manifester that even without vision board, what you think happens, because you're not in the state of getting. Listen to this, everybody. Because you're not in the state of getting, you are in the state of giving. Thanks for that comment, Amit. Okay. So what happens is that typically people make vision board for themselves. I want this car, I want this home, I want this much of salary, I want that. Now, when you are not thinking about getting and you're thinking about giving all the time, getting happens automatically. Say, let me say it again. When you are thinking about giving, getting happens automatically. But it doesn't mean that inside you're thinking, let me give it, anyways, I will get it. Okay, that intention is very poor. Okay, you always think about giving and getting will happen automatically. Okay, so I hope you got this point, what I wanted to mention to you. That is the 3 level of manifestation. Now let's begin the real work on the vision board. You got to know about manifestation techniques, like manifestation level 1, 2, and 3. Now, before getting into the vision board creation, you need to tweak or change your belief system a bit right now. Okay, what I want, see, I want all of you to create your vision board in the next 1 week. That's why I'm changing some of the systems right now so that you get into the vision board creation from tomorrow, tonight itself. Now, belief system is this. When you sow a seed, you just sow a seed. You don't dig the ground after every few weeks to see how the seed is germinating. You are not fool enough. You know that if you do that, seed will never germinate. You just sow the seed, you water it, you manure it, and then you leave it. You leave it. And you believe in some power, you call it God or you call it whatever, some nature does some magic there, and that plant germinates. Similarly, when you order food in a restaurant or in a hotel, you don't keep going inside the kitchen. How much is done? What did you do? Is the onion fried now? Is it brownish now? Are you adding ginger into this? You don't do that. Okay, what do? You just order food and you believe that the chef is cooking for you and good food is going to come on your way. That is exactly the belief system I would like you to have before getting into the vision board. You believe that you are sowing a seed and you are going to water it and do all of that stuff. God is going to take care of it. You're not worrying about it. Why I'm saying belief system is important? Listen to this very carefully, everybody. Okay, listen. If you are worrying, then you are operating from a place of lack, place of scarcity. Nothing will happen. When you stop worrying and you believe in some higher power and you keep putting your efforts, everything will happen for you. Type got it, GI, if you got it. This is such a powerful thing I have told you, everyone, that you need to stop worrying. If you operate from the place of scarcity, of lack, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Okay? Great. Now let's move to the next part here. You got into this belief system, and I would like to believe that you are in this belief system right now. Now, I would like to ask you this question, whether you are watching it live right now or maybe later on some other channel. I would like to type in the comment section right now, what do you think this wave signifies? What does this signify according to you? Put that in the chat box. Let me see what does come out. Heartbeat, okay, emotional state, thinking of mind, brain thinking, calmness, up and downs, brain waves, ECG. Wow, you big round of applause to all of you. Okay, good job. Look at the power. Like, guys, you're awesome. You're awesome. Okay, now this is what most of you are right. It is waves, and these waves are showing the frequency in which you are operating. Listen to this, everybody. The frequency, you all understand that we all are energy packets. You know that, right? Everything has got energy. Like we are vibrating at certain frequency, and the frequency which matches, we attract that. It is just like that. The FM radio. that whatever frequency you operate, and when the frequency matches and then you hear that sound or music, similarly we all are operating at a certain frequency, and that frequency helps you to get what is there at that frequency. Listen to this point. You need to be in the highest vibrational mode when you are going to cut the pictures and put it there and think about it that you want it, because that is mechanical. Taking the print out, cutting it and putting it, that's mechanical. What is happening inside and here, that is what decides. I hope you're getting it. Okay. Now, if you want to be in the highest vibrational mode, what you should do? What you should do? I can say, okay, think positive, think positive. Do you know what makes you go in the highest vibrational mode? Do you know? Just make a guess, everybody, in 30 seconds. What makes you go and vibrate in the highest vibrational mode as per your level? Meditation, affirmation, got it, Anu? What else? Motivation. If you're motivated, got it, Bhavani? What else? Meditation, mindset, positive thinking, when you're happy, you're practicing something, emotions. Got it. Okay. Now let me tell you this. Listen to this, everybody. Listen to this. And this is very, I think, you need to know this. I think most of you don't know about it. Everybody, come on, focus. Okay, focus here. You are in the highest vibrational frequency when you are in the mode of gratitude, being thankful. Are you getting it? When, listen to this, everybody, let me explain. This is also, in a way, surrendering to the God. Now, when I say I am grateful to God for something, when I say I am thankful to God for something, it shows that you are paying gratitude to God. If you call God, whatever you call, okay, whatever you call, you're thanking somebody that you are getting whatever you are getting. Now, let me ask you this. Right now, if I want you to type one sentence or two sentences or whatever, why you are grateful to God, type one sentence, at least everyone, each one of you, what you are grateful for. I'm grateful for whatever. Don't type I am grateful for, that is given for me right now, so it will take some time. I am grateful for health. Got it, Ilyas? Positive hope. You are grateful for what? What you have got, for which you are grateful for. Grateful for the life, grateful for everything, grateful for humanity. Okay, those of you who want to switch off the transcript, you can do at your own end. There is one way to switch off the transcript. Okay. Got it. Now look at all of your sentences. I'm just reading them. Some of your sentences are quite good, in the sense everybody has written good one, but for some of you it is quite wide. Even right now, if see, you are using internet connection right now, that's why you're attending this, that's how you're attending this workshop. Why are you not thankful for this? Think about it. If internet breaks right now, you can't attend it. Why are you not thankful for the mobile phone or the laptop you are accessing this workshop on? Why are you not grateful for the dinner what you're going to have or already taken, already had gone for? Are you getting it? Why are you not thankful that you can see, you can listen, you can talk? Are you getting it? There are n number of things for which you can be grateful for, endless. Now let me tell you how to utilize that to come to the highest frequency. Everybody now please focus. Now what is the aim? Aim is to create vision board. And for the vision board, you have already changed your belief system to sowing a seed and forgetting about it and just keeping your task in place. Now, the second thing is keeping yourself at the highest vibrational frequency. Now, for that, listen to this, everybody. What I do, there could be many suggestions. What I have learned from some of my mentors and I have implemented it. When I want to work on my vision board, for minimum 3 days, I write every day minimum 30 gratitudes. 30 gratitude. And what I do, you can find out your own way. My way is I find the category of gratitude. For example, today I will write about career gratitude. Tomorrow I will talk about family gratitude. Third, I will talk about the health gratitude, like that. So for 3-4 days, every day, minimum 30 gratitude I write, and try to bring it, like there's a sacrosanct, there's a pious number of 108. There's a reason behind it. Why 108 mantras and all that? There's a scientific reason around it. Let's not get into that. So I try to bring minimum 108 gratitude, which are written from my heart. I want to pen them down, and then only I go for vision board activity. And that makes sure that I'm in that frequency of highest frequency where I am really aware that how fortunate I am. How fortunate I am that I got so many things in my life without even asking. Everybody got it? Everybody got this point, that how you can be at the highest frequency. Type yes in the chat box if you got it, and you can implement that in your own way. And I hope all of you will do that. And whenever, listen to this everybody, whenever you are feeling low, it means your vibration energy is low. You'll attract a lot of bad things. To go up, I have given you one technique. Take out your pen, start writing down. Immediately you see, because you even in the worst negative situation, you will find tens of the things which are going well for you. Are you getting it, everybody? Tens of the things. Okay. Last year, I think I gave this example 2-3 times in the last month because of some dominating thoughts. When the last year when my father was getting operated, it was very negative situation for me. Okay, I had never seen him in such kind of a position. Even at that time also, there were a lot of other good things which were happening. I was thanking God that me and my brother, we were able to take care of that. My sisters were able to take care of my father. We were financially capable to take care of all the cost which we were incurring. We were all together to take care of the family. Okay, so the world was online, so I could take care of my work from my hometown Kanpur. So many things. Are you getting it? So you would always get a lot of things, and that will bring your energy up, and a lot of positivity will come across. I hope you got it. Okay. So now let's get into the next phase. Now you got into the right belief system, sowing the seed. You got in the highest frequency, that is being thankful, having gratitude. And the next phase, listen to this, everybody. This is important. Now we are getting into the mechanical process of making vision board. Little physical process, how to make it. Okay. So everybody got it right? Belief system and the gratitude higher frequency. You are there. Now you are ready to get into this. There are 4 components to make a vision board. First is reflect. I will explain them. Collect, assemble, and display. Collect, assemble, and display are very mechanical in nature. It is just a matter of an hour to collect, assemble, and display. Reflection takes time. So I will spend next 10 to 15 minutes talking about the reflection. Okay, and I want your complete attention on this so that you get this in totality. Now, what is reflect? Okay, to first reflect, you understand, right? You try to observe something within you. So first activity in the reflect section is called desire dumping. What is desire dumping? That you are desiring of something, you want something to happen, you dump that desire. Okay, now you will ask, what do you mean by that? Let me stop sharing and explain that to you. Desire dumping means, let's say, you want to have body like Arnold. Okay, let's say one day, today you don't go to gym, but one day you want to be having a body like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And now that's your dream. You don't know when it will get fulfilled. Okay, neither you're working for it. What you need to do is, if that is the desire, don't make fun of yourself like I did right now. Don't make fun of yourself. What you can do is, you can just write down that sentence. Let me show that to you. I will not show what I have written, okay, but I will show how I have written. Can you see the desire dumping? I have written my desire dumping, okay, for this year. I will not show you, otherwise you'll laugh at it. So you can write whatever desires you have got long term. One day it will happen. Okay, one day I will become Prime Minister of India. One day, or whatever. All of that you write down. It is called dumping. You are taking out from your head. all those things which are cluttering your head and putting it on the paper, and you're relaxed. Are you getting it, everybody? If you are comfortable, type one such desire and dump it in the chat box. Later on, you can do it in detail on your notepad, like I have written over here. You can dump it there. It doesn't mean that it will never get fulfilled, by the way. Don't take it lightly. You're believing in it. You believe in it. Okay? So that you can write it in the chat box and can put it here. Okay. Keep it coming, everybody. So for example, I want to own a penthouse. You will not laugh at it. Probably penthouse will be of 5 crores, 10 crores. That's okay. Okay, one day I will have six-pack abs. Wonderful. Wonderful, right? So like this. Now you don't make fun of itself. It is just that you don't have a clear timeline. You don't have a clear plan. You don't know how much effort you have to put. You just put it. You just put it. I think you got it, right? This is what do I mean by desire dumping. There could be hundreds of it. There could be tens of it. You can just think about it and put it so that your brain is relaxed. And listen to this, everybody. Now what I'm telling you, that you'll have to do it within like few hours. Okay, once you are in the high energy, when you're in the right mindset, get into that activity. You're reflecting right now. You're dumping your desire, dumping your desire, dumping your desire, dumping your desire, dumping your desire. Done. Let's move to the next phase. This is steps. Everything is science. Okay. Next is once you are done with the dumping of desire, then you get into the next step, which is connecting to your value system. Now, what do I mean by this? Listen to this, everybody. Everybody has got a value system. A few people value family more than anything else. A few people value few specific relationships in the family more than anything else. A few people value their career more than anything else. Few people value their health more than anything else. Few people, I can keep going on. Okay. Now, what is your value system? No need to write it right now, or you can write it also. That's okay. Okay. For me, my value system is family, my students, my health. Okay. This is my value system. And right now it is in this priority. I know it is wrong priority. First should be health. Okay. But I somehow right now, my priority is like this: my family, my students, my health. And this is my value system. Whatever I do, it is around this. I don't ignore these, because I know if I ignore my health, I won't be of any use to my students, won't be any use to my family. When I say health, this is physical and mental. I come across all kind of students. Majority of my students are great because they come through a very good channel. But some of them, they create some issues for me. But that doesn't disturb me, because I know 99.9% students are really, really great. Okay, so you need, so it like for all of you, whatever is value system, you got one value system. Now connect with your value system. Write them down, that what you really, why do you really value this? Ask this question. Now what we are trying to do right now, before getting into vision board, we are trying to find out why we are defining some actions. What you're going to do, you are going to define some actions, some goals for the future. Now what you're doing through this activity of connecting with the value system, you're finding out why that is important to you. I hope all of you got it, right? Let's get into the next one. So you got your value system. Now the zone we are getting into is the self-reflection. There are many dimensions of life: career, health, wealth, social, all that. You would have to find out one or two segments of your life you really want to change. Okay, now let's get into that now. Now let's look at this image, everyone. Now, if you look at it, there are multiple segments to it. Now, this is called Smith's PIPL Life Dimensions Model. Don't worry about all of that. That's related, that's a different subject. Now, what this model says is that there are 7 dimensions of life. How many? 7. First one, the center of everything is spiritual dimensions, emotional dimension, physical dimension, mental dimension. Then if you go little outside, it will be social dimension, financial dimension, career, and then you have got all the environment outside, which is beyond your control. Okay. Now, what you need to find out in the reflection zone, you need to find out to 1 or 2 segments where you want really some big changes. Maybe like your career, maybe like your physical, maybe like social impact or financial impact. Something you have to find out. See, career and financial I have kept separately, or this model keeps it separately, because career means a lot of things, and it means much more than only salary or money which you get. Okay, so let's keep it separate than the financial part of it. Got it, all of you? So you need to find, you can just note it down, you can refer it back. I will upload this video also by tomorrow, so you can again refer it. You need to find out which dimensions you want to work upon, and you can just find it out. Okay, so for me, the next year is more on the social side. Okay, how many lives I'm able to impact, it's more on that front. For you, you can decide. For me, all the activities of vision board, I could see it is tilted towards social impact. Okay, you can find out your own. There's nothing wrong or right. It all depends upon the priority you have got at that point of a time. Got it, everybody? Type got it so that I can move to the next point here. We are at the stage of reflection. Okay, reflect, self-reflection. Okay, great. Now let's move to the next one. After getting into the self-reflection mode, now listen to this, everybody. This is again in the reflect phase of the 4 dimension of visual, of the virtual, of the vision board. Next activity is you are finding out now the top 10 goals for the next year. Here, what is important for you to understand is this. In the desire dumping, we were not strategic. Are you getting it? In the desire dumping, we were thinking everything, whatever was coming to our mind, whatever we could think of. We were not trying to be very logical. We are not thinking about any timelines and anything. But right now, for this activity, you need to be very strategic. Don't think about how. It's not about how you will get it. That's not the thing. But how much you want and by when you want. By when is by default by the end of the next year, unless you want something before that. How much should be defined? Okay. For example, if somebody defines that I want to get it, for example, I'm sharing one of my things. Okay. Openly, I'm sharing it with you. For my health, I have written, I'm not sharing about the social thing for how many students I want to teach, or that's also one line. For health, I have written that I would be, or I am 89 kgs weight with 15 inches biceps, 36 waist, broad shoulders, muscular and fit. Okay. So now I have tried to define each dimension, whatever I could think of. I could measure my biceps, my waist, my whatever, right? So that's how you define. Be strategic, how much you want, by when you want. Top 10 goals, and that is to be decided from the area which you are preferring. Similarly, you can define for all the dimensions you want. If you want to define for all the dimensions, it's okay. Okay, it's okay. Got it, everybody? So you define top 10 goals for the next year. After that is done, next step is define the process or milestones. As I told you that it's not only about putting it. You said that, okay, for health, I want 36 inches waist, 15 or 16 inches biceps. Now for that, what I have written as a process, 4 days gym per week, occasional sugar eating, increased intake of vegetable, like that I have written almost 10 to 15 processes for each of the goal. Got it, everybody? 10 goals you have got. For each goal, you need to define the processes and the milestone to find out exactly what all you will do within that particular goal to achieve that. Still, we are not making vision board. Still, we are before that. Okay, we are still not on vision board. We are just trying to reflect. This is just about reflect right now. Once you are done with this, you observe yourself, you self-reflect, thinking, do I talk negative sometimes? If I'm saying that I'm not a great communicator, you will stop saying that. You will say, I was not great communicator up until now. If you can't change that sentence completely, ideally you should stop saying that. But suppose you somehow those things come out of your mouth, immediately put something up until now. I am sad up until now. That's it. After this, it is gone. And second technique is this. If you said something what you should have not said, say cancel, cancel. Vocalize it. Say cancel. Let's say suppose you said that nobody loves me. Cancel, cancel. Everybody loves me. It's not funny. It's serious. And you know about the vibrational energy we talked about. Are you getting it, everybody? So break the pattern of any kind of negativity which you have got. And this vision board will work like magic after this. Got it, everybody? This is about affirmations and visualization. Now we are done with the reflect part of it. Okay. Now, if you are done with all of this, you remember all of this, whatever we talked about, your belief system of sowing a seed and ordering a food and forgetting about it and believing in the system. After that, after you believed in that, what was the next step, everybody? After you believed in that, what are the next one? What are the next one? Let me see how many of you remember. Gratitude. Good job. Good job. Yes. You get into the highest frequency before making your vision board. You get into the highest frequency, and highest frequency you receive when you are in the mode of gratitude. You're thinking about thanking as many people as much as you can. And after getting into the gratitude mode, then you get into the reflect mode. In the reflect mode, you get into the dimensions of life, which are the priorities of what is your value system, why you are going for family and career or social. Then what are your top 10 goals? And within top 10 goals, for each one of them, what is the process? What are the milestones? You are done with it. Your job with reflect is done. Okay. Now reflect is done. Now the second one is collect. Now, what do you do in this collect? It is very simple. Now it is mechanical and very simple. You are done with the all heavy lifting. Okay. Now you are getting into the easy stuff. For collecting, what you will do, let's say you're thinking about money. I saw many of you wrote about house and home and money and all that. Let's say you have a dream to buy a typical kind of home, 5-bedroom, 4-bedroom in a particular locality. Try to visualize that and Google it. If you can draw good images, good. Otherwise, I Google it typically because I can't draw properly. So you search for the right image, or right images which are close to your desire for the next year. And somebody was asking about the ETA, right? ETA is the next year, 2023. Okay, 2023, within the year. That's why we are doing it right now. Okay, so that you can plan it beforehand. So you find out all the images which resonate with your goals, top 10 goals which you have made. Okay, with those, if your images are resonating, whatever images, if it's related to money, it's related to, if you see the image which I sent to you for this workshop, there was gold and there was love, right? Because I resonate with them. That sign of South Korean love, I got to know through my kids, and I really love that, the way it shows. And while dancing, both of the kids did show that, and that resonated with me. So I really value love in my life. And not only kids, my parents, my wife, my students, my family members, my friends, everybody. That's love. And for me, when I talk about money, it's about gold. Okay, it's not like I am holding gold, but that somewhere the sparkling of gold, somewhere it resonates with wealth for me. And when I say love, my students, my family member, everybody comes in that. So these two images show everything to me. Now you can find out 10, 15 images. It's all up to you. You can collect image for each of the goal, the exact image or the most close image or the closest image to your imagination. That is the collection part of it. Okay. And after you collect, and you can collect images, and you can collect some sayings, quotations as well. Okay. Anything, like, if suppose some of the affirmation whichever you believe in, or some of the quotations which you feel that resonate with your goal, all of that. Okay, so you can bring all those quotations, you can bring all those images. That is the collection part of it. Then you assemble them the way you want to organize. How do I organize? I put them in the vertical wise. For example, social wise, then health wise, I put them in that stack. I stack them in a vertical manner. And it's all up to you how much big chart you want to make. Last year I made this much big chart, like I think it was an A4 sheet. This set is a little bigger. Okay, so you can make, it's all up to you that how much big you want to make. That big cardboard you can use. I prefer a strong base. Many people put it on normal A4 size paper. I prefer a hard base. It looks like it's a support from God. Okay, that's a hard base, and you can put the images in whatever order you want to put in. You can do that. Next is, when, see, listen to this, when you are cutting the images, okay, you feel that you are cutting all the negativity. That's, again, it's, don't think it's funny. Again, it's a serious matter. When you are taking the printout and cutting the images, think it that as if you are cutting all the negativity which might stop you achieving that goal. Cut those images with that thought process. It's all like a meditation, right, everybody? You cut those images. When you are pasting them on the cardboard, think that God's love or the God blessing is there as a glue supporting you to achieve that goal. Feel that when you're pasting that. Are you getting it? It's not as simple as just copying, pasting, and it's not like that. Cut it properly, negativity gone, paste it. The God's blessing is acting like a glue. Okay, that's bringing manifestation energy. Okay, more you include all of this, more robust it will be for you. You're assembling them. The next part is display. Now here's the catch, everybody. I will tell you what I do. Okay, there are many ways. You might see many people putting vision board near their washroom, so that when they are going for brushing their teeth, they are seeing it and all that. I personally don't feel that it is right, because it's not only you who sees that, anybody can see that. If you are putting it in your office or anywhere, if everybody who sees that has the same energy, then it's okay. Otherwise, what happens, you remember that? You don't want to bring any negativity to your visual chart, your vision board. So I prefer to keep it in my drawer. Okay, and I will talk about the schedule. I don't want to bring unnecessary discussion on that. My kids know about it, my wife knows about it, and some of the close people know about it. And I think in some of my gold members also, I think they saw some part of it during some of the discussion. I think they asked, and I did show that to them. I don't show it to everybody, because not everybody can resonate with it. Some people will feel jealous. Oh my God, he has put such a big number. Oh my God, he has got so many students. They don't know what kind of efforts I put in. They don't know how much pain I go through. They just look at that. So it's all negativity. So don't even get into that. I don't want to get into that. That's why I don't put it everywhere. And that's my way of doing it. And that's what even I discussed with one of my mentors, and she was completely okay with that. She told that this is the right way. Okay. A lot of these things I learned from Pooja Puneet, right? So she told it's absolutely okay if you keep it inside your drawer. That's even better. She also does that. So that is what I would also request you to keep that in the keep it hidden. Not like if it's not something to hide, it is just something not to unnecessarily show to everybody. So that is the rule for the display according to me. Now the most important part and the last part, everybody. This vision board is to break that cycle, vicious cycle. You remember we talked about? This vision board is to bring the manifestation energy, and you have brought a lot of clarity of your goal and processes and milestone and the gratitude, energy, everything into it. Now, to sustain that momentum for the next 12 months, you need to follow a solid morning routine. I prefer morning routine because you just woke up from that stage of subconscious level. You're at the right stage to look at your vision board. And typically I keep giving this suggestion to some of my students that when you wake up, you go for gratitude and all. During that time only, you go and just see your vision board and get inspired by that. Live in that moment. When you are paying gratitude, at that time only, after that, immediately just look at your vision board. You are in that energy. Don't look at it with a doubt. Look at it with the possibility of living it right now. Bring that emotion. Do it in the morning. In case you are traveling, you can't take it along, or there's some reason or something like that, you can take a picture of that. You can keep seeing it, or you can do it. Yeah, you can keep a soft copy of it. Also, in case hard copy is not possible, hard copy is preferred. Soft copies for the some odd cases. And then after that, in case suppose you are not able to do it in the morning, at least do it once or twice in the day at any other point of time. Don't skip it. Okay, so follow a solid routine, if possible, a morning routine. And the last piece, everybody, many people ignore this. Look at this. Letting it go. Now, what does it mean? Everybody, please focus here. Now, what happens is basically, if you are making this vision board, let me stop sharing it. If you are making vision board with a thought, come what may, I will have to do it. It has to be done. It has to be done. Again, it is the energy of desperation, which is not good. Okay. Sow a seed, forget about it. You see it every day, you feel it every day, you work on it every day, all that is okay. But you don't pressurize, you don't think about the deadline, all of that. Now listen to this line, everybody. Whenever you get that fear, let's say you are in March or April next year, and you don't see anywhere close to getting these desired fulfilled, don't get bogged down by that. Just tell yourself, fold your hand, just tell God that, God, I know that you are there. I know that you have been helping me a lot so far. And I believe in you. And I know that if you're not going to give this to me, you're planning something better for me. So I'm leaving it to you. I'm just doing my work and you take care of your. Full stop. You are not, we are nothing, right? Tomorrow we will die. Who will remember? So don't give too much of importance to your goals and desires. Forget about it. Okay. So just do your stuff, put it on the paper, look at it, give it value, give yourself value by putting a lot of actions, have faith on the God, and just that's it. Don't let the desperation come on your way. That will take the complete energy out of it. The negativity will bring in. It will bring in. So don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. Okay. Believe in God. Let it happen. Let it happen. Or let it not happen. Okay, so it's not, you are not playing the game to lose, you're playing the game to win. But look at this line. I think I told it in the last class also somewhere, that you are not the author of your life, you are co-author of your life. Okay, to an extent you have a role to play, not to 100% extent. Okay, are you getting it, everybody? So behave that you are the co-author. There is somebody else also who is writing it for you. So believe in his or her capability. He or she is more powerful than you. So have that faith, leave the things to him or her, and that's it. That's it. And let the magic unfold. Next year, again, I'm going to conduct this workshop for my students, and I will take some of your examples. Okay, look at Srinivas, Ganesh, Purva, Muhammad Nazir, Lalit, Bhavani, Anju. These people have this, they made the vision board, and look at these examples. At least I will talk about myself and why did I really do this workshop now? Why not before? Because before I was even not confident about my skill set. And when I could implement it 2 times in a row, then I realized that now this is the time to let my students also do it. Okay, that's why I'm here talking to you about it. That's it. I am done, everybody. This is it, and it's 9 o'clock bang on. Okay, got it. So that's about it, about this particular session on vision board. I hope it was good and you liked it. Okay, everybody. So great. Thank you so much.